here. Hi. There we go. I'll give you guys a minute and see if some people come on. Who knows? Maybe no one will come on. I really wanted to find the book for this beautiful deck of cards from Debbie from Australia. Oh, I know where it might be. Hope everyone's doing well. Oh, let's use this deck as well. I'm gonna pull some current energies of love. I want to see what's going on out there. Hi. Oh, for everyone that did book the reading, the 24-hour reading, which was supposed to be booked by 6 p.m. yesterday, I did them. Greg, we had a little complication, but yours will be done tonight. And I'm going to try and do Natalia's, but you booked after 6, and then everyone else after that, I'll do it when I'm ready to do it, which will be, you know, not too long away at all. I'm just saying I need a break. It was amazing. And I did a lot of karmic readings were the #1, and the second one booked were half an hour's. And then also the Divine Love Spread, which is only $30. To be honest, it's a really good, quick read just about the energies. But I'll tell you about the karmic readings. The interesting thing is, for the personal, you're welcome, for the personal readings, there wasn't as much crazy psycho as when I do the collective readings, which I found really interesting. Thank you, Miss Love. I found that really interesting though, because I realized when I pick up the collective energy, we're picking up on some really strong, like, psychotic behavior. When I was picking up on personal energies, it was about people in situations they may not want to be in, of course, but there was few of them were psycho. And if they were psycho, I said that, like, this is psycho, this is crazy, they're gonna, you know, hurt each other type of thing. But I just found that really interesting. And I was so happy that, you know, not everyone did karmic reading, because it was like, whew, it was dark. That's why I'm on here now today. Let's see what the other energy is that's out there. I'm going to start with the moon card, because we just had the Scorpio full moon. I'll tell you, this Scorpio full moon, I think it's the most beautiful moon I can ever remember. It's honestly been such like a beautiful experience. First of all, for me, I did a lot of clearing. I got communication, I got clarity that I wanted. And you know what the most important thing, and maybe some of you have to hear this, is I got clarification in a few different ways, but the #1 thing I learned is that I had to give myself the clarification. I had to do it myself. I was kind of waiting for someone else to give it to me, and in a sense I got it, but I honestly had to accept and release and be happy, because you just have to do it, or you're just gonna think and think and think. And it's just, I don't know, it's a really good feeling when you realize you can't depend on someone else to give you the clarity that you need sometimes. Because even if, it could be an ongoing conversation forever, you know? So sometimes you have to accept. I'm really lucky. I have a really good situation where I can ask for clarity from the person I may want clarity from. I don't have like a crazy karmic situation going on or anything like that. I'm not saying it's perfect, and it's not perfect. You know, there's challenges for sure, but I don't get left in the dark, which I'm really grateful for, because I couldn't be left in the dark again. I grew, like, you know, I've gone through this. I was going to say I grew up like that. Like, I've gone through too much of that, someone not, like, ghosting and leaving me in the dark. And it's just the worst feeling, right? And maybe because I've changed with that energy as well, maybe that's why I don't have that problem. But I don't have that problem anymore. And there's pretty much anyone I want to speak to, whether it be like a current situation or from my past, I can contact them. And they're not going to ghost me anymore or ignore me anymore. Maybe because I have a different energy to me now, right? I don't know, but I'm very grateful for that, because I know what it's like to be there when you want answers and you can't get them. But even though in some way I got the answer I was looking for, in some little way, the #1 answer I got was from myself. that I had to move forward, and what's meant to be will be, but I had to just move forward and realize even no answer is an answer in a sense. And it wasn't like it happened like that, but even not getting the clarity I want, like the exact clarity, is still clarity. And you accept it, or you can spend another day going to bed wondering, waking up wondering, and it feels way better to accept it and to just focus on yourself and to be like, I got to get happy, right? Like I got to stay happy. It's not just about getting happy. It's about actually staying happy. And another thing that's a little bit sad, and some of you may not want to hear, the thing is, a lot of you, what you want will not come in until you're over it. And when I say over it, I mean, you might not even want the person anymore, which sucks, but that's the way it was supposed to play out if that's what happens. And it's the reality of the situation. You know what? I want to recommend this lady. What is her name? I want to say it's Angelic Guidance. Oh, I don't know. I've listened to her for years, and I swear her and I are on the same channeling, except she describes things so much better. She had an accident. So if some of you watch her, you would know. I'm going to tag her video at the end of this video, her most recent twin flame video. And I don't like highly recommend anyone, but this woman, I've been listening to her for a couple years now. She was in the army. She had an explosion or something, and she hit her head and basically started being able to communicate, right? And some of you have to listen to her video, her most recent, you know who she is, Angelic Guidance 333, is that her? I don't know if there's a number at the end of her name. If what I'm saying resonates, then that's who she is. I don't know. Yeah, is her name Sandy maybe? Maybe her name's Sandy or something like that. Yeah, it's her. Okay. So Angelic Guidance 333. Her stories, like her readings, resonate with me so much, and especially the recent one. It's really interesting. And you know, it clarifies things for me in the sense, like, I hate to say it, but her readings are so good. But me as a psychic, I was going to say, but like as a reader, I don't really ever go searching for readings, ever. I did one when I was going through my darkest time years ago before I started my YouTube channel. It was the best $75 I ever friggin' spent because it calmed me down to hear what this woman had to say. And it wasn't from Angelic Guidance. It was from someone else who I don't recommend anymore. Not that she's a bad person or anything or a bad reader. I just don't vibe with her now, but I wouldn't recommend it. But at the time, it was perfect and it was going well. It was the best $75, and I was broke back then. I was really broke. So I'm happy I did that though for myself. However, this lady, everything she says for me, it's like it's happening, but in a good way, in the sense, like, there's just so much things she said. Not everything, I'll say this. I don't resonate with every single one of her videos, but there's a few that when I listen to them, and I know, and I remember like maybe a year or two ago, I said to her, I commented on her page and I said, I love your readings because I know if they resonate with me or not. It's real simple. Like it's either for me or not, the way I look at it. And you know, maybe some of you should look at that too. Like the video either resonates with you or it doesn't. Because I get a lot of comments about, no, this isn't the way it went and this isn't the way it went. Well, it's not the way it went for you, but it is the way it went for someone. So let's look into the energies right now. Let's see what's going on, okay? I wanted to start with the moon card. I don't know why. I don't know if it's going to have something to do with timing. But let's see what happens. Thank you so much, Jess. Oh, I love this one. Okay, so let me get these moons going here right. So this moon is coming up June 13th. This energy will be coming up. And guess what it says on here? Nothing is yet set in stone. And that's another way you can release. Nothing is set in stone. Nothing at all. The biggest turnarounds happen when you realize that stuff, right? Nothing is yet set in stone. That's amazing. So that energy is coming up in about just under a month's time. Nothing yet is set in stone. There could be big shifts, okay? trying to think of what the next moon is. Is it Sagittarius maybe? It's in the Gemini month, my birthday month. I'm so excited. Anyhow, I can't read all of that, guys. I'm going to put one more card for the moon energy. Bring love into the situation. And at the bottom, we have it's time to release negativity. So right now is the Scorpio full moon. If you have any more negative thoughts to release, you have today. Let's just say, like, if you really, really want to do it, let's just say it's the last day. Let's just say that. Today, for the next 24 hours, put it out there and get rid of it. This Scorpio full moon, I think I finished my sentence, I'm not sure, but this has been the most beautiful moon I've ever seen, I've ever dealt with. Every day before it started and even up till, you know, I'm sure tonight, it's been the biggest, brightest, beautiful, most beautiful moon ever. And I don't know, I'm so connected to Scorpio energy. I don't know why, you know, because they can be dark, maybe because I'm like the honest side of them. I don't know, like I say things that they don't really have to say. I don't know. Bring love into the situation. Scorpios are honest in their own way though, at least around me. That's what I get. But the Scorpios I'm around, I know they're good liars, but hi Gracie, but I know they can be good liars. But the truth is they don't have to lie a lot of times because they're very smart and educated and they know the laws and they know the rules. So they can just go by that and people can get pissed off, but they're like, I can do it. That's the rules or whatever, you know, something about them. I don't know. But I wouldn't date any. That's just my opinion. For me, I don't want any of that. I'm going to start actually with the shadow card. And let's get this out of the way and let's see what's going on here with the energies, okay? Maybe this will bring up what someone has cleared during this Scorpio full moon. Best time to release any negativity. A clear solution. Interesting. So what this is about is letting go and a solution comes in. I'm going to actually read from the book, but just off the top of my head, there's a clear solution to the situation, okay? Keep that in mind. Someone may have come to I guess a clear solution, we can say. Someone may have gotten a solution to whatever they were stressing about or worrying about, or they may come to clarity about that. It's time to let go. There is a solution for everything. So this sweet fairy is showing you a way through a barrier you have reached in your life. This may be in any area of your life. The gentle fairy with her bright lantern can take you to a place in the wall that has already come down so you can move through this obstacle without force or fear. Your only requirement is to trust and then take down several bricks after you have moved through. So the wall between this situation and the other, your love life or whatever it may be, becomes slowly less and less solid. The wall is coming down. This is the fairy's role to help you move beyond this wall. Trust her and she will guide you. It's time to let go of stubborn thinking, old patterns. Remove them little by little and have trust. So this is about reworking and replacing those old patterns with new ones, which is really important to do, okay? So maybe someone's changing their way of thinking, changing their way of dealing with situations, learning to just take baby steps. And I said that in one of the private readings today. I remember I was saying baby steps are important, right? Let's see what else we have here. It could be you. It could be the person you're thinking of. Universal love, 11, 11, 11, 11, because we got 4, 4, 4, 44. I'm going to take that one there and put that group back. We have universal love and communication. So these are important numbers, especially. Thank you so much. I thank you, beautiful Black Queen. I don't forget your name for some reason. Universal love and communication, but look at these numbers, 44, 14. Now, if you guys, you know, listen to me sometimes, I tell you, I see 144 or 441 all the time. I also see like 221, 331, you know, going on and on and on for a very long time, for years now. But 441 is a big number, especially with this whole soul flame, twin flame, whatever you want to call it, okay? The frequency of universal love activates the connection we feel to each other, to our planet, and to the world. The frequency of communication supports our ability to exchange information in many different forms. You know what this tells me? There's some sort of clearing happening, right? Obviously, clear solution, but it's even just about clearing. It's almost like the Hermit card. It's almost like someone's following the light now. And usually the Hermit card's facing the past. This is facing the future now. So someone's moving forward towards the light, okay? What's going to happen? Well, I would hope if you did the work and you brought love into yourself and you realize nothing is set in stone, I'm going to pray that the communication, this universal love communication is coming in. This type of communication where you can open up to someone and not judge them and listen as well, right? Because that's very important. It's really important for your partner to be able to speak as well as you. But I told you the other day, speak less for you. For divine feminines especially, speak less. Just speak less. It's just time. It doesn't matter, right? Allowance. And it doesn't matter because what has happened has happened. So who cares? It's time to just let it go and just receive, right? Allowance. The frequency of allowance invites us to open to whatever comes our way without judgment, without opinion, without fear, and without resistance. And that's exactly what I'm saying here. It's time for this, okay, everyone? Beautiful. Now, I didn't plan what other decks I was going to use. Let's pull from here and let's just see some energies. I'm actually going to pull from this deck because I've been pulling from the other one all day for private readings, which are done. They've been sent out. I sent my private readings to the account you paid from. So if that's an issue, let me know, but I have sent them out. And if for any reason I missed anyone, please let me know. Thank you so much. Oh yeah, please do like if you don't mind. It really does help everything. That's kind of why I haven't moved to a paid program yet, or a paid platform, I should say, because my viewers have gone up. Therefore, I do get, you know, what's the word about that? Compensated for views, which is wonderful. And so therefore I don't really have to go and worry about creating a paid platform so much. And I don't want to, I really don't want to. But I want to do this always. So I need to make sure that I am able to do it. That's that. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Obstacles and challenges. This is the first one to come out. Ooh, look at that. So we have an energy here. Oh, you know what? This kind of goes back to that reading I did recently. I think it was 2 readings ago about the mental, the heart and the mind, because here we're having that same card again. Someone is fighting their shadow right now. We have obstacles and challenges, okay? So someone is searching for change, about to take that leap. And that's what I feel. They're about to take that leap. They're facing their shadow. They're facing the challenges that they're being brought to pay attention to. It's the negative thinking in our heads. This can go either way. However, I will say this is a strong masculine energy here. This person is considering taking that leap. It could be the leap of communication. It could be finally realizing it's not so hard. It's not so dark, I guess we could say, right? And just ready to take a chance. Because when it comes to spiritual union, and yeah, they have to have strength for this. When it comes to spiritual union, this can just get you through anything. It really can. It's the most beautiful energy ever. And it's from the heart. There's a green centered energy here. There's focus here, right in the 3rd eye. And the heart energy, because there's all green up in here. Oh, wow, beautiful. Okay. Partnership and alliance and balance. This is what I'm talking about. This union happening, it actually brings balance. This partnership, people don't realize, some people are going through financial difficulties or whatever it may be. The truth is, I believe you can do really good on your own, but when you have someone else that motivates you or whatever it is, it's that energy. Sometimes we have to watch out because we can go with our person and then we can get lost in that energy and not want to go and do stuff. But if you balance it, you actually do better than ever. Ever. It's like it brings everything together. Amazing. Okay. Okay, let's look at the love cards, which I haven't used forever. I love these cards though. I actually found a random one. Oh my gosh. First card to come out. Guys. Twin flame. You know, if that's what you believe in, it's important to stay focused on that because, you know, something that, you know, the reader I was talking about, angelic guidance, 333, now I know, and you just have 333 there. She said, because a lot of people complain or say this or say that, but if your heart wasn't with someone, you wouldn't be on YouTube watching videos. So instead of being in denial and being like, oh, fuck twin flames and fuck this and fuck that, why don't you just give in and just give up and just like go do something else now? Just be like, yep, there is twin flames. I have one and I'm just going to go do something else now because I can't take this. Instead of complaining about it. This is, and you know, the twin flame, the union ignites your passion, and it really does. It says your passion ignites. This is what I'm talking about. People may not realize, or masculines or feminines, they may think like, I'm not in a spot to do this right now. I'm not going to have the money to do this. I'm not going to have the money to go on my own. But actually following your dreams, following your heart, it brings you this new ignition, this new movement, this new energy, I should say, this new energy. And it brings you everything you never thought you could have. And you don't have to meet your twin flame for that or be with your twin flame for that, but you have to stop doing what you don't want to do. And that's the truth. Like, I had to do that years ago. I used to have, you know, people that just wanted to take care of me. It was easy living, easy life, just go do what I want all the time. And I knew that if I continued to do that, I would never be truly happy because I didn't really want to be around these people anyhow, right? So I had to take a sacrifice, which was getting back on my own feet and taking care of myself. But the payoff, which took a few years, I will say, but you know what? Everything worked out. People came in my life at times to help me, but not in a way where they were there for me to depend on them, but help me get where I had to get. If I wanted to join a course, something came to help me get into that course. If I needed a place to move to, someone had an offer, you know, they're going to move out, stay here for a bit. You can take my place for the rest of my lease or my contract. And it all just worked out one baby step at a time. Baby steps is the word of the day or the sentence. I don't know what it is. So we have twin flame here. Healing. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed this very moment. It really is important to feel it. Just feel it. It's weird. Like, try to feel the energy without remembering that you may be alone, right? I don't know how to explain that to you, but you can't focus on what you don't have and move quickly to get what you want. So just, you know, I don't know. It's not really living in a dream world, but in a sense, it's like, what if you were with your twin and he was in the other end of the world right now? You know what I mean? Like, but you are with your twin in a sense. You have to kind of do what you got to do because the subconscious will hear it. Close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. You can allow joy into your life regardless of your circumstances you currently find yourself in. Close your eyes and just say, I'm happy. Just find joy don't think about what circumstances. I don't know what you're talking about. What circumstances? I'm good. Okay. So I have a new deck from Claudia. Thank you so much, Claudia. Her twin flame story is so amazing. I can't share it, but honestly, give space because they'll come, but give space when they come as well, okay? Because no one who leaves one shitty situation is ready to jump into another situation right away. Guarantee that. That's not her story. Like, she's way past that phase. But that's one thing I learned from her is, you know, from her situation is no one, but you already know that. You can't just leave a situation. Even when I left my ex, it took a good amount of time for me to fully disconnect from his energy. Now we are fully disconnected, but that's now, which was literally like just a couple months ago, to be honest. So I've had my mind on someone else this whole time, but I wonder why it didn't work. Why? Because it wasn't 100%. It's not that it didn't work, but why it wasn't coming together. And for some of you, you're both leaving situations to be together. So there's a time of healing, you know? For me, it's true. Like, I've lived with people, like guys that I dated or whatever, but I've never really lived with them. For so long, I've been single technically. So it's a little scary too. I got to make sure I'm 100% to get into something. And the other person has to make sure they're 100% too to get into something. You don't need to bring any baggage together. And if you have any baggage, you're not going to be together, including financial shit. If you have financial issues, you've got to deal with them long before you worry about your twin flame, because your twin flame will come at the right time. But if you're like dead broke and stressing, you're not gonna get that. It's just not. Even if you meet him, even if whatever, it's not the time. So you might as well work on, I know it. I'm living proof of that. I'll tell you that. And it can happen really quickly. And you don't have to become rich or extremely successful, but you have to be moving in that independent direction where you are steadily moving forward, and they can come in, they can join you. Even if you're not 100%, you know, you didn't buy your house or buy a car, or whatever it may be that you picture as success, but you can't be there not doing anything, stressing, crying, and being miserably broke. It just, you got to get out of that. It's just something that you have to do. It's just part of it, and I'm living proof of it. Drive, you know, like, you know, you're supported, trust that, but you got to have drive and determination. It's almost like the Chariot card. This guy's riding the little mice, but you got to have drive. You got to take your fears and use them for your benefit, because mice symbolize critters that eat away at everything. You know, for me, I don't want to see a mouse. I'm like looking on my floor right now. If I see a mouse, I'm gonna freak out. But I don't like them. I know a lot of people are like, ooh, my friend mice or whatever like that. I don't like them, or spiders, but spiders are worse for me. Anyhow, take your fears and use them to help you move forward. If you're afraid of things like working, like sometimes even me as someone who has a business and I have my YouTube and like I do other jobs too, sometimes I feel like I could do more. And I'm happy with what I do, but you got to push yourself, and you always got to push yourself. And I mean, last night, spiritual practice is one way to push yourself, because that's a challenge in itself. But last night, I think 2 or 3 in the morning, I couldn't sleep because I had a website issue. I wasn't charging shipping, which now I can charge shipping, and it can be calculated. Now I have a shipping account because I went and did it today. So now I can ship my product out there and get, you know, I did a flat rate, but so I don't have to pay for everything. I don't have to pay for the full shipping package. And someone had booked a whole bunch of products on my site, and I don't mind. I'm happy because like, I'm like, whoa, like that's a huge order. But I realized I'm like, oh, like I didn't have shipping. I'm like, oh, well, something I got to fix. So I couldn't sleep, and I stayed up in my bed, grabbed my laptop at, I don't know, 3 in the morning or something, on my stomach, which I hate putting my laptop on my stomach, but I couldn't move, and I got it done. And I thought website building was the hardest thing ever, but it wasn't until I was unsatisfied with the website I had that I went and taught myself. And you have to teach yourself sometimes, because why do you want to depend on a website builder or someone like, you know, I think it's an important skill to have, especially nowadays. Think about it like this. If you could teach yourself how to build websites, you can make money. And I'm not saying that's what I want to do, because it's not. But some of you message me and ask me, what ways can I make money? learn a skill you can teach yourself for free. Find a small business owner, charge them $50. Okay, more than 50, but let's just say don't overcharge them because you're not like extra skilled and you might take some time. Go make some money. Real simple. There's so many people out there that want a website, even a basic website. And if you just go and teach yourself, it's so easy. It's so easy. Acceptance. Accept where you are and then use your drive to move forward. Accept where you are. Some of us have to accept that we're not happy and really face that. You know, as happy as we are on the outside, we have to be like, you know, if I was so happy on the outside, well, why do I cry at night or at the drop of a penny or whatever, like, you know, it may be. You got to go and look and re-look at that and be like, oh, I realize I'm not as happy as I thought I was. Now I can work towards being happy. And it's something that's important. This will lead you to achievements. Okay, everyone, I do have a reading coming up right now, I think, if it's 6 o'clock. I hope I'm not late. Oh, from Turkey. I want to go, like, out to these areas. I can't wait. I'm really excited. I'm going to travel a lot. It's really nice that I can still travel and work. And yeah, I didn't travel for so long that it's time. For me, it's time. It's time. I don't know what's out there. I don't know what's waiting for me out there, but I know it's time. Okay, everyone, thank you so much. Thank you for your likes. I really appreciate everyone for pressing the like buttons. And I think tomorrow, well, I have a recording I did. It's a good one. I get so into these karmic readings. It's a good one, and I'm going to post it tomorrow. It's a good one. That's all I'm going to say. But otherwise, I think I'm going to take a break for like 24 hours, maybe 48. Okay, bye.